alley or alley bug, whatever floats your boat, whatever tickles your pickle for a nickel. And on today's video, I'm gonna be doing like a summer type of vibe, like or not summer, but sun-kissed type of vibe. My friend Priscilla suggested this look, so shout out to her. Love you. I am extremely tired. I just finished up, I think I've streamed for like 8 or 9 hours. Something like that. And so I decided, you know what? Why not be productive? I've been really productive the past 30 days on YouTube. So I need to give that same love and attention to my other channel, which is where you'll find this video because I put a makeup video on my main channel, but that channel, it's not really meant for the makeup, it's meant for gaming. So it would make sense to keep those things separate. So I'm using a very old palette. This is a Profusion Spectrum 10 shade palette. Those are all the colors. They obviously very old, like a girl. But we're gonna do pink, orange, and yellow, and then some gold in the inner eye. And I'm gonna be using some pretty bright colors. So we're gonna do our best to make this look as good as possible because, yeah, some of these colors are very bright. I need like an up close. I'm just patting and dragging, and then I'll use like my finger to give it a more buffed out, fade it out a little bit. And then I kind of just want to brush the under eye, just some, not too much. You don't want to irritate your eye. Do that like a lot because I'm very bad at, just like I'm heavy handed with everything, like I'm very bad at being, putting too much product on the brush. It's like a big problem I have. It'd be like that sometimes. And sometimes I'll use my finger if I want like a heavier pigment. And then to blend it out, I'll pack it on first and then I'll blend it out, drag it out. I'm just packing on the yellow now, and then I'm gonna leave a small space because I sometimes will use my pinky or one of my smaller brushes, or I'll like use my pinkies, my smaller brushes, or I'll do like a smudger if I have one to get glitter because I don't have a glitter glue. There's like a specific glitter glue that you can buy that's really good for like a good adhesive you can use for glitter because the more tackier glitter glues are like really good, but the most of them are kind of ass. I'm not gonna lie, they'll fall off, and I do a lot of heavy makeup. I like to glam it up. So I don't necessarily like a glitter glue that's not gonna actually. Pretty sure we all feel the same way. So I'm gonna use my Trusted Makeup Revolution Hakuna Matata palette because I've got some glitter shades on here. Not so much glitter, but shimmer shades. And because I'm actually doing this before I go to bed. So I'm going to take all this off when I'm done. But I don't want to fuck with glitter right now. I'm just not, girl, I'm just not feeling it. So we're packing on the shimmer and I'm going to do a couple layers of it. I might even use this one because this is shinier. And I'm patting it first and then dragging. So I'll usually pat one good time and then drag very lightly. It's not a heavy drag. It's a very like light. I'm trying to like get some excess on there so that when I go to pull it, the concealer is holding on to it, which is why I use the concealer first as a base because it holds it down. You can see it when I get close. And I'm going to do some eyeliner. I'm using my little Timu brushes, and I was like, where the hold on. Over here, that's why. Yeah, if you don't know, I put eye like contact solution in my palettes that have dark shades, and I use that for eyeliner. Not because I don't buy eyeliner, but because it works really good. Like it works like a charm. I can get the cat eye that I, desire more accurately because I'm an artist. Like I draw, I design stuff. So ironically I have a shaky hand. I know saying that in the same sentence doesn't make sense, but so there's the eyeliner I was talking about, which like I said, I use a very fine brush. These are actually meant for nail art, but I bought them because they're that fine. So it just makes sense to use it because it's very thin. Almost like a paintbrush. So that is why I use it. I don't know where my angled brush is right now. Oh wait, JK, just seen it. Like I said, I'm a hot mess. I just streamed like all day. Finished some digital art I've been working on, which came out pretty good. I was proud of the end product. Which, if you guys ever want to commission me for some art, I'm not the greatest. I'm still a beginner digital artist, so don't expect much. But I will be this weekend, probably tomorrow early morning, updating my website so you guys can see some of my more current works of art. I haven't updated my website in a while. Um, I just be having too much going on. I'm be real with you. Like as a creator, I don't have a team. I don't have anybody doing anything for me. I literally do everything myself. Except modding my chat when I'm live. That's my amazing mods that I have. And they don't work for me. They literally do that as a kindness, to help keep things in check. They're amazing. All of my mods, my part-time, my full-time, all of them are amazing. One of which requested this video. I freaking love you. I was making sure that like the brow is browing, because sometimes it look like it, and then I look at it from a further away type of lens, and I'm like, girl, what's happening there? But I just treat it like paint and try to give it a gradient effect, which I will show you a trick if you do too heavy of a brow, how to clean it up, because we all make mistakes in makeup. Knowing how to clean it up, that's the beauty of makeup. Like you can literally build on your mistakes, which is why I do my brows so thick and why I do my makeup so big and because I always made mistakes and it was never even, and I got over it. Makeup, like I said in my last video, is meant to be fun, meant to be unique. You're just meant to have fun with it. Period. All right, so these are the finished brows. Now I did kind of do, I think, a heavier on this side and a little bit on the edge here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to match the heaviness. So where I felt like I did a little too much, I'm going to literally just match it by wetting the brush some, dabbing it in the black and the brown shades on my palette, and then just going back in with a heavier hand. And then I'm using my thumb on the beginning of the brow area because I'm using like a watery substance, in this case, eye contact solution. What it does is kind of like watercolor paint. So like where you want it to be heavier, you'll add more pigment, and where you want it to be less, you'll kind of dab it. You can use a tissue. I'm using my finger because I have more control, so I can feel it. But you want it to look like you have an airbrushed effect on the brows, right? Again, I like a heavier brow, so I don't want to take away too much from what I got going on. But if you still want to clean it up, you can use a foundation or concealer, which I always keep one of my thin brushes nearby to use the foundation. In this case, it's the e.l.f. Glow. What the hell is that called? I done forget because I say it like very rarely. Halo Glow Look Liquid Filter, which this is not even like a foundation. It's called a glow booster, but I like it because it has just enough coverage that I need, but it's still sheer enough that I can build on it, which is good if you're trying to blend like your blush or highlighter or concealer. So what I did was put the foundation, and I'm just kind of trying to angle the brows how I want them, which I did a little too much over here, so I need to clean that up with my angled brush. Easy fix because you just go back in with the brush to make it look more sharp. But as you can see, I went in with this to clean up the smudginess. You know when you're touching your face and such, the smudginess, and then I just angled it some with this. And you can keep cleaning up like around the brow too. And also I recommend like when you have the foundation on your brush, go in and clean up here, and you give it a nice sharp. You see what I'm saying? Like that looks a lot sharper and cleaner. Step is optional. You don't have to do it, but it's what makes a look stand out and look a little more professionally done versus, something you just slapped on your face. I learned these from other creators throughout the year. Bad mistake. The last time I filmed, my phone was dying, and guess what? It's dying again. So, yeah, I gotta speed this up and talk a little less. So, I am just going to lock in and do this side. I'm not doing lashes with this look because I'm not really going anywhere. I'm not going live. I'm not filming any other content, I don't think. So, I don't really need to do the whole 9. Which is okay, by the way. I know as females we feel like we need to always do the most all the time, girl. Especially us Scorpios. But we really don't need to do all that. We just, girl, you just listen. You're enough, period, first of all. But if you're gonna go the extra mile, remember why you're doing it. Always do it for you and nobody else. Unless it's your kids or your pet. Or if your family's not toxic and you actually love your family, then your family. No shade. Anyway, we're moving on to the left side. And I'm one of those weirdos that I could still have very much a lot of product on the brush. And sometimes I'll just get some more. My monitor's just shut off, so if you're like, what happened? Like that. The lighting just changed. Just got more intimate. I'm loving this look, by the way. Thanks, Priscilla, for like suggesting these colors. Like, I don't like pink, but she's giving. It's cute. It's very cute. Very, very cute. Good choice. Good freaking choice, girl. I feel like I'm just stabbing my fucking eye. Like, I feel like that's how you can tell I'm a mom. Just used to making random noises. That or just can tell I have ADHD. One of the two. Something happening. Something going on, girl. We're still trying to figure out what 30 years of living almost and 29 and a half. We're still trying to figure out what is life? What that is moment life? When you have an itch and you're trying really hard not to fuck up your makeup and then you just somehow find a random piece of, I don't know, black eyeliner or something, and I'm like trying really hard to fucking. I'll have to clean that up. I somehow had a smudge or something, and I'm like, I had an itch. Oh, because I think I have an eyelash or a piece of hair. I got it. Oh my gosh. When you do your makeup, like shit just randomly starts sticking to like your face and shit. I really just hate it. Okay. This is coming together quite nice. I like this. This is something that I think I would wear out and about, these colors. And I hope I don't garner any hate because I don't like pink. It's a preference thing. I just don't. Hot pink is different, or like coral pink. Like I can fuck with that. But like baby pink or like just really girly light pink, I'm not. I'm not a huge fan of. Put it that way. You know, it's just not for me. But it's all good in the hood. I'm adding my shimmers. I'm actually mixing the two golds to get a brighter response here. Very buttery, like texture, like the Makeup Revolution palette. They've always had very. I love the way that their eyeshadows always feel on my fingers and like on the brushes too. Like it's just nice. Like the application is really good, both on brush, finger blender, like you name it. I've used Makeup Revolution palettes before, and they're just really nice. That and Profusion have a very secure place in my heart. I'm putting like glitter in my inner eyes. Gonna be cute, fancy. I'll definitely take some pictures so you guys can see how it looks, both in lighting, like low light and highlight. Um, it looks very. I'm gonna use like a blush kind of coral color for my lip color. Now that I've done my eyeliner on both sides, I put a little bit of foundation back on this mini brush just to clean up that little smudge I was griping about earlier. I was like, I did not forget about you, hunty. I was getting there. Just had other things to do, but we made our rounds of girl, and then I just, oh my gosh, I almost like messed up my corner here because this was pulling some of the pink, and I did not want to like merge that. So there's just the eyeshadow look. Like, so remember in my last video where I made it on my main channel, which I'll link it there, where I told you guys I always do my brows, my eyeshadow, and then my brows first. Then I do like my face stuff. So now I'm gonna do my face stuff and show you guys what all I do with that. Hold on, I gotta clean this. Like the top is like got like product on it or something. Okay, that's what I put on. Very messy, very demure, very mindful. And then I usually like try to form my brush to fit like whatever part of my face that I'm about to like go ham on and beat my face. Especially when it comes to the brows. And then what I do while this is still wet, to make sure that this is like fully laid out in a very thin sheer layer, because I'm going to put some of the number 7 pressed powder because this is a little too light. It doesn't match the actual color of my skin. So I have to play with it to get, my actual skin color. But this could be used as a bronzer if you put it on heavy. If you put it on light and mix it with this, it actually kind of works in tandem to get a more realistic honey color. Honey seems to be my color in every foundation brand that has a foundation. So I usually try to go for honey, but they were out of that color when it came to buying the e.l.f. Glow. You see, like it merges together really well. Plus, I still get the really nice shine. So we love that. I also mix Soap and Glory's face serum and moisturizer in my makeup brush prior to using foundation to get a nice, healthy looking skin. This color is Sunrise. That's the color I use for blush, or what I've been using lately, because it has a more orange undertone and it reminds me of coral. And I'm obsessed with that color. Coral reminds me of the beach in summer. And just it's a refreshing color. It's usually very pretty. Whether it be like a wallpaper, car color, interior design, shoes, makeup, you name it. So I like a very heavy blush, as you can tell. The whole ooh, e-girl with that. So you're like, oh my god, you're using too much. It's like, girl. And and then I'm actually just using the same gold that I put on my eyes as a highlighter, because that glow sheer foundation from e.l.f. already has our skin glowing. So realistically, we don't need any more, but I do like the dewy look. This is very refreshing. It makes your skin just looks like it's popping. It looks good. I really wish I had a setting spray to like set this, because this is like really good. I don't have a setting spray, but I still have this little number, and I've been holding on to this for years. RCMA makeup. This is the original like no color powder, like setting powder, and this used to be like really big back in the day. I don't know really what happened to it. But yeah, this used to be talked about like everywhere. I mean, I have setting spray, but I have setting powder, and honestly, it works just the same to give it that nice airbrush look, but still maintain the glow and sheen of everything else. Good. Um, I'm gonna redo my eyeliner just a little bit because it's like I feel like when I did my face stuff, it kind of like fucked it up. So redo that just a little heavier on the pigment side. A lot more darker. I wanted to like make sure people can really see how dark you can make it, because I add water to the eyeshadow to give it a more cream kind of texture. If you want more pigment, you would add more of the eyeshadow color. I did just then, just to make it pop more. Like I said, we did everything else. We wanted to make sure that that is nice and heavy to contrast the bright colors. Now, normally I would do my whole signature white eyeliner, but girl, I'm about to go to bed. That shit's hard to get off. I'm not fucking with that right now. So just know that that is my signature look, but we are not doing that right now. No, ma'am. So I'm using a Maybelline liquid lipstick in the color Ruler number 80. I love that ruler. Queen shit. And I'm just going to overline my cupid's bow just a hair. Not that I need it, but lately I've been doing it just a hair, to really emphasize the cupid's bow. Ironically, fun fact, I've always been obsessed with the cupid's bow. Like, I'm like, why does our lips look like that? And why is it more prominent in some people and some people literally do not have it at all? Also, let me know if you guys want me to do like story times or what the where did that come from? I somehow got eyeshadow on my arm. I don't know how. Girl. Would this be an alley bug makeup tutorial if it wasn't fucking chaotic? Let's just be real. Would it? I'm not gonna ombre this. I love the way this bruh. I love the way this looks as is. I think I'm just gonna let me know what you guys think of this sun-kissed look. Do we love it? Do we hate it? Is it despicable? Is it sickening? Is it eating? Or is it vomiting? What is it giving? Would you wear this? What should I add to it? What is it missing? Let me know. See you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. I may or may not have just filmed another makeup video. I'm on a roll, girl. YouTube cannot handle me. I am putting in work this week.